the second largest agricultural fair in North Carolina. And that week-long plus event brings thousands of people to Winston-Salem each year. You can indulge in some fun, but it's also there for its competitive exhibits. And this year's deadline to submit an entry to compete is coming up in just a few weeks. That's coming up on September 1st.
So here to explain the competition and more is DJ Hargrave. He's the events and branding manager for the Carolina Classic Fair. DJ, good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, a little early this year to be checking in, and I love that. So I want to know the types of categories that people are able to compete in so they can start planning ahead now.
So there's an abundance of categories that you can enter when it comes to competitive entries for the fair. Everything from photography to Lego construction, drawing, painting. If you have any kind of talent, anything where you like to get creative and get your hands on things and just making things that are creative for people to enjoy and see, you can believe we have a category for you at the Carolina Classic Fair for you to enter.
That's cool. I know that people compete for various reasons, with the agricultural stuff. It's a lot about the pride, for bragging rights, but they can also win prizes. So talk about that. How can people enter too?
Yeah, so we have over $225,000 in prize money that we give away to the winners of the different categories for competitive entries. That does include our livestock competitions as well, but everything from livestock and cattle and lambs down to photography, Lego construction, drawing, painting. Everyone that wins at the top of their category wins something. So it's not just about a ribbon. It's just not just about bragging rights, although we do love to compete for those. There is some prize money involved as well.
That's a lot of money, too.
Yeah.
That's a big pot for those winners. A popular category we know that's out there is typically photography. Why do you think that might be?
Well, here's the thing. It's 2023, and if you literally have one of these, you're a photographer. This is not just for professionals who have $1,000, $2,000 cameras. If you have an iPhone, anything that takes pictures, you can enter into a category and actually be in a position where you can actually win. You don't have to have fancy editing software, and that's something that I really try to emphasize with people, because I got started in my photography journey with an iPhone. And if I would have known about something like the competitive entries for the fair, where I could, put my talents to the test without necessarily feeling like I have to, invest a lot of money in equipment and be a professional, I would have definitely done it. So I encourage anyone, if you love to take photos in any way, form, or fashion, please look into photography for the fair.
That's awesome that it is so open to so many different people to compete on all different levels. And really, your iPhone can take some really nice photos. Another big category, though, is food. And I get especially excited about this topic. So, DJ, what are some of the fun things you've seen or maybe even tasted in past years?
Yeah, so I've had the pleasure of judging the competitive entries for foods. And, I'm kind of voluntold, but I'd be lying if I said that I didn't volunteer myself to try the baked goods. So, I love trying the cookies. Fudge is something that I was not into until I started judging these categories for the fair. Breads, pound cakes. I mean, if you bake anything that is sweet and that people will enjoy, we have a category for it. So those are some of the things that I've had the pleasure of trying since I started judging for the competitive entries.
I got to do some of the media judging last year for some of the different vendors, I remember, and that was also a treat, and I would think I was voluntold as well. So I'm looking forward to doing something like that again this year.
Assignment, Jackie Pascal, my goodness, too. A lot of the things you've been talking about, DJ, have been geared toward adults, but we also know that there are some kids categories that you guys offer up. Talk about those.
Yes, so we have junior hobbies and crafts, which includes an abundance of categories. I've mentioned a few of them, the Legos, the photography, the drawing and painting, but I mean, there's even things like popsicles, stick figurines, and paper maches, and I mean, anything, woodworking, and we have different categories for different age groups with kids as well. We have, 4th and 5th grade, we have elementary school categories, we have middle school categories, and we also have high school. So no matter what grade level you are, no matter what your interest is when it comes to arts and crafts, we will have a category for you.
Okay.
Brian mentioned this a little bit ago, the agricultural component of a fair like this, really a fair that's the magnitude that this really is. Yeah. How many years ago that was too, do you know?
I don't know off the top of my head.
DJ, do you know? Can you talk about when the Carolina Classic Fair really got its start here and, brought the agricultural spotlight to it?
Yeah, so the fair was originally started back in 1882 as a wheat exposition. So, or excuse me, exhibition. So, I mean, our core identity is agriculture. It's the reason why the fair was started and why we're here today and why we're the second largest agricultural fair in the state. So it's something that we really try to hold near and dear. We have a lot of aspects of agriculture here in Yesterday Village. We have the agricultural building, of course, and we have the cattle barns and all the different aspects of the fair over here on what I would consider the south side of the fair, where you'll find a lot of the agricultural roots that are really the reason that we have our identity and why we are at the Carolina Classic Fair today.
DJ, it's always great to see you. Thank you for your time this morning. And the reason we're talking about all of this is because the deadline to enter those competitive categories is coming up quickly, September 1st. The Carolina Classic Fair will then run from September 29th until October 8th. A full list of those categories and rules can be found right now on CarolinaClassicFair.com.